So we're here with Rob. Rob, tell us about where you've been travelling. Basically, this is a series. We're just interviewing people who've been travelling around the world. We're in Thailand, Chiang Mai today. What countries have you travelled to? You're originally from the UK?
Yeah, so, I mean, it's bizarre because I was just chatting to Jack earlier on. Like, literally, this December will be 10 years since I started coming to Thailand. I came to, a friend was running a workshop in Pai. So that was my first sojourn into Thailand. That'll be 10 years ago this December. And then, like, December 3 years ago, 2019, I just decided, like, fuck it, I've had enough. Let's just go travel. I had some friends that I met in Thailand, in Phuket, that were, that were living in Saigon, and they said, I told them I was planning to perhaps travel, and they said, we're in Saigon, come to Saigon, it's pretty cool. We know a lot of the venue owners can get you some gigs, and so I ended up in Saigon, but I was only there for about 3 or 4 months, and I started getting the itch to come here, to come to Chiang Mai, and I actually booked a flight, and then the whole COVID thing happened, and I couldn't board the flight, and I ended up going to Mexico instead after a few months.
Mexico?
Yeah.
Tell us about that. Where in Mexico did you go?
All over, really, because I'd never been there before. I'd always wanted to go there for the last 20 years. So I was like, you know what, let's just go to Mexico. It was one of the only countries left during the pandemic that didn't want you to shove that stupid thing up your nose.
Yeah.
They just literally wanted a temperature check.
Yeah.
So I was like, right, that was, well, I wanted to go there anyway, and it's really easy to get into during this time. And I was like, right, I'm just going to go and see a few different places. So I was landed in Guadalajara, went to Puerto Vallarta, which is on the coast, beautiful sort of touristy area. Oaxaca, Playa del Carmen, San Cristobal, Mexico City, of course, which I ended up meeting some really cool people in the music business, and ended up producing. I produced three songs whilst I was there with music videos. So that was a real creative time there. Yeah.
Very good. And so let's talk about so originally from UK. How do you feel in UK safety wise? Walking down the street.
Yeah, pretty safe. Yeah. I mean, never. I mean, you when I was younger and getting lashed up, of course you're going to run into trouble then. And I think I went to court a couple of times when I was in my late teens, early 20s. Bound over to keep the peace at one time, but it wasn't really, wasn't my fault. But there you go.
Yeah. You feel safe in Mexico?
Yeah, I mean, Mexico, obviously, a lot of people say things about Mexico. It's dangerous, this and that, but
depends who you are as well.
I was there for 18 months, and the only problem I had was with an American. Serious, that is. So I felt, obviously, you have got that little bit of awareness when you're walking around. You're thinking, well,
cartels.
Well, yeah, but that's, of course, you're not going to get in trouble with the cartels unless you start, messing with them, are you?
Yeah.
Try not to swear. Yeah.
So you'd say that cartels generally leave tourists alone?
You hear,
guys like you?
You hear stories of people getting caught in crossfire and stuff like that in some of those places near Playa del Carmen, but they're very unlucky. So yeah, so unless you actually start, I mean, there was that great. I went to this festival called Anarchists, which I ended up performing at, and they had this 6-part series on HBO recently, and they were talking about that. And apparently, there's this couple who fled America, John and Lily, and the guy John ended up getting shot and basically died.
Damn.
And the theory was that he was stepping on the toes of some of the cartel. He started dealing drugs. I'm not sure if that was totally proven in the end, but check that out if you get to. That was a great 6-part series called The Anarchists. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Suss it out. What? And how about Vietnam? Safety?
Yeah, real. I mean, probably as safe as Thailand. I feel really safe here. But Saigon, it's cool, but it's crazy. I mean, I remember the first.
Crazy?
Well, it's just it's very, very populated and densely populated. It's a big city, like Bangkok, really, but it's worse than Bangkok in terms of the pollution and the congestion, because there's a lot of motorbikes there. There's a lot more motorbikes, and they're always going beep 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 all the damn time, and it gets on your nerves after a bit. I remember landing there, at like 7 o'clock in the morning after flying from England, you know, jet lagged and everything. Got my taxi to my hotel. I just came out of the airport and saw the traffic, and I was literally like, what the hell is this place, man? You've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
And what about versus Thailand, Vietnam? Which you prefer?
I definitely prefer Thailand.
Why?
Well, not that the people in Vietnam are bad or any bad experiences, but definitely the people here definitely got that. They're more approachable. They're more likely to say, hey, how you doing first, you know what I mean, without you having to even say it.
Yeah.
And no, that's not like a diss on Vietnam.
Probably Thais are more used to tourists, maybe.
Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. That's why I had the aching to come here initially, because I'd already been here a few times. I knew it's chill here, and I think the food. You know, you can eat vegan in Saigon. There are places that do that, but it's definitely more, catered for here. Just,
really? Yeah. How about vegan food in Mexico?
We're few and far between, man.
Yeah.
It was. There's not. They don't really cater to vegan. I mean, you do. If you go in Mexico City, there are a few places. Yeah. Acapulco, there's one place called Verde Vegan, a really cool place. Yep. I was staying right next to that, so I was going there most days.
Yeah. Thailand's the best you so far?
Yeah, just because, as you know, the fruit's great here. It's always available.
Fruit in Mexico and Vietnam? What do you think?
It's still decent, you know. Nothing tops here. I remember landing back here and just that first orange juice and going, whoa, you know. And there's I don't know if you said it on your videos, there's something about this place and the soil or whatever that seems to. I definitely, I concur with that.
Yeah, and what about women? Mexican, Vietnamese, Thai?
Well, the Latino definitely got the curves going on for sure. So I love all women. So the different shapes and sizes, man. But I don't know. They're a bit more fiery. Yeah, the attitude. They're a bit more fiery, the Latinos. So don't cross them.
Yeah.
But then again, I've got a friend of mine who I just saw recently who married a Thai lady. He built a house. And she's just turned nasty on him because now everything's in her name and everything. And I hope you don't mind me. I'm not going to mention his name, but
So he made the mistake of being too nice to her.
Well,
he made the mistake of helping her too much.
I don't know. It's just
never help a woman, just make her feel good. There's a big difference
possibly,
there.
Yeah. But I heard a few people in Vietnam saying the same. I was talking about, the women and stuff, and I had a couple of people. Just saying, but they change when you put that ring on their finger.
Oh, of course.
Change,
Never get married, guys. Never
That's
ever
the
get
thing.
married.
I never could, even since I was a kid.
It's too much of a risk.
But when you have that, when you can see yourself doing something, you have that picture in your head. I never had that picture in my head for getting married. I just never did.
Me either.
So I'm like, well, why would I get married if I've never even really thought about it? It just doesn't make sense.
Most marriages end up in the shitter. It's just there's no reward to get married. You can still have a great relationship without the piece of paper and that. Keeps her on her toes, keeps him on his toes.
And I think most of the women here as well, they just want to, they do want to bag like an expat boyfriend, husband, but then they want kids.
Every woman wants that.
They want the kids. They want the kids every time.
Have you had a vasectomy?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah. Back in about 20, because I came to, obviously, as you know, I came to the Royal Fall Festival in 2014, 15 and 16. I didn't make it in 17 because I ended up going to visit Lindy and then in Australia. They invited me to go and I've never been to Australia.
Nice, yeah.
And that was really nice of them.
That's good.
But it was on the back of I think it was that last year I went, you were talking about it a lot. And I was like, yeah, let's do it.
So you're locked in your freedom life.
You
can't get locked down by a woman.
No.
Not that we're being misogynist or whatever, but that's just the reality. A lot of guys end up
course.
getting their lives destroyed because they get someone pregnant.
I've seen it so many.
Or someone else's baby and she says it's yours.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
You know, how many times you see like couples that are like mega happy and that like
free.
You don't see that often.
Oh, I mean, not with kids. It's just like you see tired people.
This is the funny thing, and a lot of people have said to me, like when I've met people, they said, "Oh, are you married? Or you got kids?" I'm going, "No, I don't think I'll be here right now." Doing the digital nomad thing, and I wouldn't be here, would I? If I did, well, I wouldn't be. I might be here like on a 2-week holiday or something,
That's
and then
right.
going back to the grind. But I'm not.
How old are you now? What's your age?
How old am I? I'm 47, man.
47, yeah. So you're going on 17 with your vibe. That's good. It took Peter Pan vibe. We've got 1 minute left.
Anything else you want to say, like people thinking about travelling, or what would be your tip?
Just do it. Just do it. I mean,
Just get your passport, get in a plane, come to
Yeah,
Thailand, start Thailand.
there's definitely, not a better. There's never been a better time to, I'm like teaching guitar online, and I'm teaching conversational English, so you can just jump on the the digital nomad sort of thing, and as long as you've got a great internet connection, which you have here, and most places have now, you can do it. It's so accessible to do now. So
It's never been easier.
and I did it later on in life, but you can do it. I think you can do it at any age within reason. As long
Me
as you've
too.
got an adventurous spirit. You need to start off with a little bit of savings, just as a bit of a buffer. But
That's true. But I got my first smartphone at age 37, so it's never too late. Get on it. Thanks for your help today, Rob. And
Thank you.
Leave
Cheers.
a comment down below. We'll pin your channel.
Thanks, Harley.
Cheers.